Welcome back to the channel. Today is an interesting episode. I just want to give a status to the channel, sort of a call to action, if you will, and an update from the Amazon Prime sales. So I normally don't script things out and I don't have a lot of notes. I usually have a good idea of what I want to say, but there's a lot here and I'm trying to stay on point. It's late. I'm working long hours with this, as any growing YouTube channel knows. It's a must. So anyway, let's get right into this, shall we? First, I want to start off by saying this channel has grown to over almost 17,000 subscribers in just 6 months or so. And I first want to say, tip of the cap to you. Thank you so much for the love and support and the engagement that we have thus far. I didn't think I would be growing this quickly, although it does invigorate me to want to keep going and keep pushing. So thank you for those that are reaching out, communicating, talking, and hopefully finding some value in the data and the content that I'm bringing to this channel. So I do appreciate that, yet it's a call to action at the same time. When I look at my analytics, I'm seeing that many of the people that view, like the majority of people that view this channel, are not subscribers. And yet have more subscribers now than I anticipated even having. And so if I was just able to get a little bit more engagement, I think this channel would absolutely skyrocket. And not that I'm disappointed in any way. It's that I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you're finding value in the content that you're getting. And even more importantly, click that like button. Neither of these things cost you anything. It means the world to me because that's engagement for the channel. And I want to understand how many people really like what I'm doing. If you like me, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. Help me figure out what's working, what's not working. But again, if you find value, please subscribe to this channel. And more on that here in a second. But for my subscribers, I'm committed to bringing you content that you find value. The current content, and I believe what I've got cooking already in the works, I believe these will be successful videos. Leave me a note in the comments here and let me know for those that are really enjoying this content, or like it's good, but if you could just do whatever. I don't know. That's what I'd like to know. So if there's something that would improve the channel, or there's a review you would like to see, knowing how I've conducted my reviews in the past, hopefully you find the value in the honest reviews and the trying to control the variables. The reviews, what products, formatting changes, live streams. I'm hesitant to live stream because it's easy to talk to a camera here because maybe nobody's listening. But live stream, that's legit. So I don't know. You guys sound off in the comments and let me know if there's something that I can do to improve this channel from your standpoint. And especially if you are already a subscriber, I want to make sure that what I'm doing is bringing value to your time spent watching these videos, and in the format that you desire. So the comments are read and answered by me. This media company subsidiary of what I've got that I'm building here, it's me. I've got a family, and the missus sometimes jumps in and helps, and helping me make some goofy videos. Or she really wanted to build her own PC, and so that cute PC build was for her, and I'm like, well, I'll teach you how to do it, but why don't you just jump in and we'll just sort of tag team this thing on camera. And she didn't want to be part of the video, but you get to see her build a lot of it. So, but for the most part, I'm the cameraman. I'm the lighting tech. You can see I've got some lighting issues I'm going to be working on, some glare, some things. I mean, I'm working on this, but it's me. I think my video editing has come a long way since I've started, and I'm still trying to learn, still trying to figure this out. DaVinci Resolve is an excellent piece of software. But, I'm I'm trying to be, I'm trying to build this and yet be resourceful and not stubborn, not definitely not being tight with my money, but at the same time, I need to be somewhat frugal. Um, the time and energy on this channel was spent after a long day of a full-time job, and then I want to be an engaged father, and now it's 1 in the morning. And that's not an oh woe is me. Anyone who understands how you're trying to build these things, I didn't go into this with blinders on thinking this would be easy and I don't really have to do any work and all of a sudden people are going to start, just piling in this channel. No, it's going to take effort and time and commitment. I get it, and I'm committed to doing it. And the growth and development I've seen in the channel thus far, I'm all in. This has been a lot of fun. And I figured that I was going to do some CPU testing and water cooling data and how to keep my 14th gen cool. And I thought, well, I'm going to do all this testing anyway. Why not just record it and put it out there? Maybe somebody else finds value. And obviously you did. And the videos are still getting watches, still getting views, and we're still commenting, and we're still delitting, and we're still having. I mean, this is great. I love it. And now we're continuing to grow. And I thought that I would be able to, excuse me, I thought that I would be able to support the channel just based on getting monetized eventually and ad revenue. But as I continue to research what Google may or may not pay, and I don't know for sure because I'm not making anything right now, that it may not be enough. Um, it feels like it's an eternity to get monetized, but it's never really been about the money. I thought that that was just going to be able to be supported as I got there. I don't even have an account to accept any donations or I haven't even thought that through. Like I need to, I need to work on the actual bones of the business side here to make sure that I'm set, because I do intend to see this through. But it is becoming evident that partnerships, sponsors, external sources are almost a must. And as I look at other content creators and see, your eyes are open. That's a commercial. Oh, he's getting paid for that. Oh, they're sponsoring this video, which means they were giving him money in order to generate that. And then I realized that's going to be necessary. I get it. So I will be trying to reach out and have started to reach out in hopes that I can get some level of support on the channel to keep it going, keep it moving. um, I'm beginning to see the power of the sponsorships. Um, the expense for things like this, I didn't anticipate how much it was going to cost. I'll be honest with you, that's where I fell short. I didn't realize um, all the little things, how they add up in terms of testing, and even with the CPU testing, like how much thermal paste and liquid metal you go through swapping a CPU out so many times. So many times you wore the contact surface off the back of the CPU to have to get it sent away and re-golded and retouched the pad because the CPU was flaking because you've swapped it in and out of the pins so many daggone times. I mean, how many people do that? I didn't, I mean, holy cow, the unforeseen costs. And I have built at this short time about 11 PCs. um, there's one AMD build in there. Most of them have been Intel builds, and for one way or the other, it was for promoting the business and setting up a situation or a configuration that I wanted to test or a couple PCs for friends that I wanted to feature on the channel to keep the cute build. And believe it or not, way back months ago, I talked about a colleague I work with that wanted to build a computer, and he basically had been so disgusted with the GPU market. All of his stuff is sitting over in the corner. I told him today, I was like, can you please come get all of your components out of my house? But maybe we'll get this thing built and on the channel. But I'm happy to have started the GPU evaluation, and I did reach out to a content creator who was very forthcoming. I said, "Well, how did you get to your level of? It seems that you've got partner cards that give you products for review." And he said that it it took a while, and you needed membership and you needed participation, and he had to fork over. a huge chunk of change for a lineup of cards. And I totally get it. And then moving, you thought building CPUs and coolers and stuff was expensive. Now let's talk about needing to buy 50 series GPUs. So yeah, this is expensive. But I've been blessed that there's been ways to get loaners and borrow cards, and I do own a few. And it's been able to work out, and I've been able to test a lot more 50 series cards than I really thought I was going to be able to get my hands on to begin with, because they were so tough to get a hold of. So uh, maybe one of these days I'll be one of those tech guys that have the line of GPU boxes on the back wall of, here's my row of 30 series and 40 series and 50 series and 60 series and 70 series, whatever the case may be. And over here are my AMD GPUs, because if you've noticed, I've tested on the NVIDIA right now, and I'd love to start getting my hands on some AMD cards and add that to my productivity benchmarks. But there is so much that I want to try to accomplish, and so much that I'm currently testing right now. If you've seen in the previous videos, I've got things in the works. But this brings me to the Amazon Prime days of 2025. There was a 5090 that was for sale, and it came in at probably the lowest price in 30 days, and it made me stop and pause and think about it a minute, and I pulled the trigger, and I spent over $2,600 for a PNY 5090 with Christmas tree lights. I would love to have that card. I mean, I needed the 5090 data, and the good Lord provides, right? He may not give you everything you want, but he's been giving me everything I need. And I had the opportunity to get my hands on a 5090 and run through my testing and put it in different systems, in different situations and scenarios, and some data that you haven't even seen yet. So I needed that benchmark for the business, and it was provided to me. And then I think I was so excited about the level of performance and that I wanted one, that this purchase was more of a I want the card purchase instead of I need the card for the business. It would have been a business expense either way, but it was a level of debt as a single owner LLC that you really can't afford to take that leap right now. And I think that's I tell you this because I think that's what you can expect on this channel, because I have been trying to appeal to a consumer group that is an enthusiast like myself, that wants to build really good hardware and put it together and make it run really well and effective. But do you really need to get sucked into having the flagship product for every device that you put in your system? I mean, that would be great if you could do that, right? And if you can, please spend the money how you want. And maybe one of these days, I will need a 5090 on this channel, and I will need it for future testing. But I just think that for that situation, that was a personal want instead of a business need at this point, because I have the data I need in order to get the next few videos out. And then maybe one of these days, I'll have the opportunity to get one maybe cheaper. Maybe I'll have some support and product development assistance then. I'm not really sure, but we're going by faith here. Faith and hard work. How's that? So I think this is what you can expect. And I'm sticking with my MSI 5070 Ti Shadow 3X with the Alpha Cool water block. I think that I have no complaints with this card. Runs great. That 5070 Ti ran faster than the PNY 5070 Ti that I have. So, I thought I was going to get a chance to do dual 5070 Ti's. Go check out that data. It didn't work out like I was hoping that it would work out. But, again, it'll just be an honest review. If there's something on this channel that I'm reviewing, I'm going to tell you if I like it or not. And if I do, it's not because I wanted a paycheck. and I'm just going to tell you what I need to tell you. So anyway, there is a lot more information to come. The data is actually, I'm working on a bunch of other videos, some other computer builds, and in different situations. As promised, there was some foreshadowing in previous videos. Go back, check those out. Again, please like and subscribe to this channel, and I appreciate the support thus far. Please stay safe. God bless.